And welcome into a nightly edition of the From the Bench podcast right here from the Millstone Family Restaurant. It's the podcast to kind of help give an insight into some sports heroes and figures here in the Northern Black Hills at high school, college, middle school, and elementary. I'm just kidding, mainly just college and high school. But anyway, I'm pleased to be joined by two outstanding Spearfish Spartan basketball players, both seniors on this year's team, as we have Dylon Doren and Haroon Kahn with us here on our From the Bench podcast. Gentlemen, thank you for taking time out of a Wednesday night here late at this time of night to sit down with us.
Yeah,
thanks for having us.
But again, we're here from the Millstone Family Restaurant. Definitely want to thank our friends from the Millstone Restaurant for giving us this wonderful venue here in Spearfish, right off of Exit 12, as they host all of our episodes here. We even have a lovely Christmas tree in the background that we definitely set up ourselves. We absolutely did not do that. That was the Millstones doing. But what a perfect backdrop here to get in the Christmas spirit. And, of course, it's cold. There's a bunch of snow outside. The roads are slick. My neighbor got his mailbox ran over the other day, and it's a perfect time for some Spearfish Spartan basketball that'll be coming up just on Friday. You guys got your first game coming up here soon. Has it felt like forever since you touched the floor, or is it has it been not that far away?
It's felt like quite a while.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to the season for sure.
Yeah, especially. And you guys got a pretty experienced team coming back. You guys were pretty young last year.
Yeah.
But talking with your head coach a few days ago, he seemed really excited about the talent you guys have all coming back. A lot of underclassmen that got a lot of time last year, and see if they can use that experience coming toward this season. But, again, I am your host, Clayson Davis, former Black Hills State University Yellow Jacket, certified bench warmer. And that is why we are talking from the bench, from the table, from the Millstone Family Restaurant. So, getting into this episode here with Haroon Kahn, Dylon Doren. Talk a little bit about the offseason you guys went through to prepare for this basketball season coming up.
So we went through some camps this year. I think we went to Creighton University for one of our camps. That was a good one. That was real fun. Went to the Rapid City Hard Rockers one. That went good too. Just a lot of training, a lot of open gyms, just a lot of time in the gym.
Yeah. We also, contributed in the weight room, which is a big part in basketball. So stay consistent there and on the court.
You guys, not just basketball, but it seems like all the other sports I've been pleasured to sit down with, whenever that be football, volleyball, basketball, even golf. There's been all athletes in Spearfish, really credits to the weight room. Talk a little bit about the buy-in into the weight room over during the off-season, whenever it happens to be the off-season, if that's the off-season in the wintertime, off-season in the summer, in the spring. Just talk about the importance of the weight room in Spearfish High.
It's a big part of what we do. We got a great strength and conditioning coach, Coach Sancher. He really, gets it to a point on how we got to stay consistent in the gym and how it's going to help us.
Dylon, your thoughts?
Consistency has been key. We haven't had consistent weight room in a while. It's been a while. I think it's really helping out our athletics.
That's awesome. Also, before we get any further, we do have to give a big shout-out to our camera guy running camera number 2. That is Mr. Paul James from our sister station, Eagle Country, 95.9 and 96.3. Also doing a lot of heavy lifting, as always, for KDSJ-TV. As do want to give him a good shout-out, as he does a lot of work behind the scenes for KDSJ-TV. Talk a little about the expectations you guys have going into this season.
I would say that we have pretty high expectations. We have a lot of guys coming back. We're well prepared. We know how last season went. We know the tendencies of teams, what they do, what they don't. We've meshed together as a team, so we have pretty high expectations.
Yeah, I agree with that. We just started playing together. I guess last year was the first time I played with a lot of those guys, and just growing with them over the summer, getting that chemistry and stuff. I think that really helps on the court too.
Yeah, especially, Dylon, you've been starting since, I believe, your sophomore year, am I correct? So you've seen a lot of basketball in your time. You've played with a lot of talented athletes, including Seth Hamilton, Braden Delahoy, Funk, and a few others that come to the top of my mind. So you're probably one of the more experienced players in all of Class AA. How you plan on using that experience for this season?
Yeah, just I think it comes with fundamentals. You know, learning to use the fundamentals the best they can be. You know, basketball is a game of pace, and you got to slow it down sometimes, speed it up. Just use that stuff to your best abilities.
Yeah, definitely a momentum game, as we've been doing a lot of Black Hills State University Yellow Jacket basketball games. You guys been keeping up with the Yellow Jackets much, or do you guys like to pay attention to other sort of basketball around this time?
I just went to the Hard Rockers game the other day. It was pretty.
What were your thoughts on that contest?
I was disappointed, but you know, it was a good game. It was fun to watch.
You were talking about the pace, and it's really interesting to see that Yellow Jackets, they like to change the pace. They're not just a super fast team, but then again, they don't slow it down like Mines does. They slow it down really, really slow. I mean, every single possession they have, they're using the entire shot clock and then some. And, I mean, they pulled off the win. So, I mean, different styles for pretty much different folks.
Yeah.
Haroon, I didn't get your opinion. What do you think about Yellow Jacket basketball, if you stay updated with it or if you're more of a college NBA type guy?
I've been to a couple games. I think they're pretty solid, you know. You got a lot of good players like Cam Lowe, Jayton, John. All those guys can play, and they have a really deep bench. So I think they're on a great track.
Yeah, especially a lot of faces, new faces coming in, especially with Jaden Hackley not being able to play last year. It's going to be huge to get him back. I know earlier episode here on the From the Bench podcast is able to sit down with Ryan Thompson, and he was really excited about having Jaden Hackley back. He can definitely change the pace. But talking a little bit about football season, as you guys just finished up a pretty good season, some would even say historic season, at least in recent memory. And Dylon, you're a big part of that team as well, being a first-team All-State defensive back. Just real briefly, recap the football season from your point of view and what you liked, what you wish you would have improved on your senior year, and just give me your input.
Yeah, I think our season was amazing. I mean, didn't really, you know, win state or anything. I mean, that was a goal, of course, but you know, it's still, we had a positive record. I don't think we've done that in, I don't even know how long, about 10 plus years, something like that. And yeah, it's just good to, you know, we got to start building our program back up. You know, it was you know, on a losing streak. You know, I was just building up from there.
And especially being first-team defensive back, you're also good on the outside from the wide receiver position as well. Just really talk about how you've molded yourself into that all-star athlete, not just on the basketball court, but also on the football field as well.
Yeah, you know, I've tried to be as consistent as I can. I had a lot of great leaders, like Hunter Walters, really big one for me. Really looked up to that dude. Yeah, he just helped me in every way he possibly could. If I had questions, there were always people I could ask, coaches, like players. It wasn't just like you know, just go out there and play football anymore. It was like you know what to do, or you ask questions.
As we keep moving along through the From the Bench podcast here with Spearfish Spartans seniors Haroon Kahn, Dylon Doren. Talk about, we kind of briefed on this a little bit, but there seems to be a shift in Spartan athletics. There's more buy-in into the weight room. You see success from the football program, the volleyball program, girls basketball. They went to state last year, and your guys this year coming back with a very experienced and talented team. Definitely want to get your opinion on both you guys being seniors. Talk about the real buy-in with the Spartan athletics and what has changed over your guys' high school careers, and what do you look forward to seeing?
I think that the seniors that we had entering into freshman year were just a great example, and we just built on that, and we just led by example as sophomores and juniors. And anybody who had a question, we answered them, we helped them, no matter if it was drills, games, anything. So I think anybody can just lead by example, and that's how you really help buy in with other players, and you just lead by example.
Yeah, I think it's I think Haroon's got a good point there. We need we have you know, it's just loving the game. You know, I think they're younger guys. You know, me, Haroon, we all have found a love for the game and just stayed with it. Been in and out of the gym, and I think they're just having fun. Just keeping fun.
As again, you two being seniors, definitely have used the weight room to your advantage. And what do you look forward to seeing after you guys leave the high school, whenever that's going to college in Spearfish or going to college somewhere else or entering the workforce? What are you excited to look back on when it comes to Spearfish Spartan athletics?
I would just look back on the memories, the great time that I had with my teammates, all the wins that we got, the way we built each other back up, during the tough times. Those are the things I'd look back, the memories for sure.
Yeah, I think the people. I want to come back and be able to see my team and say, great game. I will come back, watch some games, watch all the guys doing really good, winning a lot of games, and yeah, I think I'm just excited to see how my younger teammates grow.
That's awesome. Was there a certain moment in your guys' high school career that you really started to notice the change, whenever that be on the basketball court or even in the off season? Is there a certain moment that you guys kind of saw the light bulb go off to really start to see the shift in Spartan athletics?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously started in the summer. Right off the bat, we had the intensity, we pushed each other, and then it just kept going into the weight room, then went into the off season, and then during practices we always just kept the intensity, pushed each other, worked hard, and yeah, we just built that chemistry, and that switched the light for us.
Yeah, I think our mindset definitely changed a lot. We had some new coaches, and a lot of our players used to go into games thinking, "Oh, we gotta play." Now our mindset is we're gonna go in this game and we're gonna win, and I think that mindset's a big change.
That's awesome. Talk a little about the basketball influence in Spearfish. I mean, I know we have the name escaping me at the top of my head. I know we have like a middle school, elementary school tournament that always happens here in the winter. I mean, Spartan basketball is people are about as much stock into that as much as I've seen in my time here. I mean, of course, you got Black Hill State basketball with the success they have had over the past few years. It really just seems, in my personal opinion, that Spearfish is kind of shifting into kind of a basketball hub here on the western side of the state. So give me your guys' opinion of that, especially being seniors on the Spartan basketball team.
I think that's great. It also, there's always a ton of tournaments, so people from all over town can play in those. We also have camps, so just basketball over the town is just a great thing.
Yeah, I agree with Haroon here. Just a lot of basketball, a lot of camps. Just like a lot of kids are coming out. A lot of kids are wanting to get better, and I think that's going to be a big part of Spartan athletics.
Do you guys have any memories from you guys growing up to entering these camps around Spearfish?
Yeah, I got a few. I don't really remember the camps that much. I remember going to a few Mark Gold camps. Those were the deal back in the day, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, same goes for me. I didn't go to much individual camps. I usually had the Queen City Classic when we were younger. Obviously, I played with Dylon and the couple other seniors on the middle school team, so yeah.
Yeah, like I said, you guys sounds like you've been playing basketball with one another for pretty much your entire academic career, from my understanding. How important is it to really have that team unity and just that player-teammate unity between you guys as seniors and whenever they transferred into the Spartan athletics throughout middle school or high school, or even if you guys have been playing with one another since as little as you can remember? Talk about that importance of just playing with the same people really as much as you guys can remember.
Yeah, so I think, honestly, what's the word I'm looking for here? I think, it's dumb here. Shoot. Connections, I guess I'll just use that one. Connections with your teammates. It's really important. You gotta know each other's play style. You can't just expect somebody to do something and they don't know what they're doing. You gotta have that. Shoot.
Continuity?
No, Not sure what we're looking for here.
I'll just yeah, I mean, if you've been playing with the same person for a while, it really just, you know, their strength, their weaknesses. If they're having a tough game, you can go up to them and you can really connect with them. So you can just help them out throughout tough times and even good times.
That's awesome. Well, we have hit a moment in our podcast where we like to call it the famous Millstone Minute. It is a rapid-fire segment that's just kind of first thing that comes to your mind. Quick answer. You got a minute to go through 12 questions. As we will do that activity right after this break when we hear from our sponsors for this podcast, the Millstone Family Restaurant.
Food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Quality.
And welcome back to the Millstone Family Restaurant. As again, thank you to the Millstone for sponsoring this podcast, giving us this wonderful venue, giving us this beautiful Christmas tree we have behind us, because it's getting right up here Christmas time. It's kind of gets me excited for Christmas because I don't hear Christmas music before Thanksgiving. Yes, I'm one of those people. But getting ready for the Millstone Minute after explaining the rules to Haroon and Dylon here, as again, just a rapid-fire segment. First thing that comes to your mind, super easy questions, as Hunter Walters and Evan Wilson nailed this out of the park in the fall. So, I mean, if you have any sort of competition with it, there you go. Okay. So, but again, super easy questions. You got a minute to get them done. Even if you don't get it done in a minute, you still got to answer all of them. So if you try to drag your feet to avoid any questions, too bad. But anyway, I am ready whenever you guys are.
I'm ready.
Again, super easy questions. The Millstone Minute starts right now. Dream vehicle.
Bugatti.
BMW.
Favorite food.
Lasagna.
Pasta.
Okay. Who do you look up to?
Ooh. My dad.
Hunter Walters.
Nice. Who do you model your game off of?
Dalton Connect.
Okay.
You know, I got to go with the GOAT, MJ, I guess.
Favorite place to play at?
Probably our home gym.
Yeah.
Well, who is on your pregame playlist?
Drake.
Oh, yeah, I'll say some Drake.
Go-to fast food?
T-Bell.
McDonald's.
Who's the worst dancer on the team?
Haroon.
Dylan.
Okay. Who is the GOAT in your opinion?
MJ.
LeBron.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Alternate career path. Oh, no, hold on. Dream job. Dream job.
NFL or NBA. That would be
Same.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, got two more real quick. Favorite place to play at that is not Spearfish?
I'd say Sturgis.
Ooh. Oh.
Still the rivalry.
That's a tough one. Yeah, I'd probably Sturgis.
And finally, favorite sports memory?
When we beat Sturgis last year.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Anyways, that is the Millstone Minute. Just two questions off, but guess what? It doesn't matter because you didn't get anything if you won anyway. So, but anyways, that is our Millstone Minute, brought to you by the Millstone Family Restaurant off at Exit 12 right here in Spearfish. A great place to eat before and after the game, as they have daily specials, and they have a nice little venue back here in their private party room. You can have your next company meal, if you have a family dinner, even if you're on a visiting team coming to Spearfish. Great place to eat is right here at the Millstone Family Restaurant. Getting back into this episode, going away from sports, talk a little about some hobbies, some entertainment experiences, whatever you guys do when there's not a ball in your hand.
For me, I usually just work. I also try to get involved with, small little hobbies, just small little sports game like pickleball.
Okay.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big outdoors kind of guy. I like disc golf, pretty much anything outdoors. I guess pickleball. I played a lot of that this summer.
you know, I commend you guys for pickleball because I am terrible. I do not move like how I used to. So stay active after you're done with athletics. And keep yourself healthy.
Yeah.
Mainly that one. That's not good. But you talk a little bit about outdoors like golf, disc golf. You guys do much of that around town or just around here in the Black Hills?
Oh yeah, I go to the Canyon course for disc golf. You go to either Elkhorn or Spearfish Canyon Golf or no.
So how do you disc golf? Because that's something I've never really known to do, really.
You just really like throw a disc, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. It's just
I guess that's a good step
it's
one.
It's just like golf with a disc, you know. You just like you throw it, forehand, backhand. You want the least strokes possible.
Is it like technique orientated, or is it just, well, here we go, good luck?
Well, I'm not that big into it. I just throw it.
Well, that's
I just
fair.
throw it and hope it goes where I want it to.
Haroon, have you ever kicked his butt in disc golf?
I've never played him, but I'd be pretty confident that I'd beat him.
That's not happening, to be honest.
I've just always been interested, especially being a BH student. There's a disc golf there on campus, and yeah, I've always just wondered. At first, I thought, "What's the big deal with this?" Because I didn't really think much of it. But no, I do think it's neat though that there's little mini activities like that around Spearfish that people A, don't know about, or B, look at it and be like me. And it's like, well, what's this about? And it's pretty neat for that. Any post-high school plans? College, workforce, military, living in a van down by the river. What's your guys' plan for post-high school?
Mine's just going to college, pursuing a degree in, something to do with politics. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I plan to go play college football or basketball. Not really sure yet. Whichever comes best to me, I guess. And then not really sure what I want to study yet.
Well, worst comes to worst, you can always do communications because it's a business degree, but way less numbers and way easier to pass.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
That's what I did because I was terrible at everything else in school. Couldn't do math to save my life, and I was terrible at science. So if you can BS a paper and learn how to talk to people, you'll pass with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Just my input to you young folks. But anyways, Dylon, you said playing sports, like you said, it's just whatever one comes to you. If you were to choose today, if there's a sport that you would say, like, I'm doing football or I'm doing basketball, which one would you choose if you had to choose today?
That's tough because every time somebody asks me my favorite sport, it's just whichever season I'm in. Football season, I love football, and basketball, I love basketball. So I don't know.
What's your favorite sport? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is there anywhere in the country you'd want to go to? Do you want to get out of South Dakota? Do you want to stay in the state? Do you want to go to a neighboring state? Do you want to go to the East Coast? Like, is there a certain location that you would like to go to?
Not really. I just, I kind of like the small towns, though. I don't really like some big cities. All the traffic and stuff, I'm not really about that.
What about you, Haroon? Where do you want to really see yourself here in a few months after you get the high school diploma?
I'd like to be somewhere, small population, warm. I'm not a big fan of the winter, but yeah, somewhere small, nice college that I can go to.
Yeah, that's fair. It might blow your guys' mind. When I first got to Spearfish, I thought this was ginormous.
Yeah.
You guys had stoplights and fast food joints, and that blew my mind. So you guys, it's just interesting to hear you guys say small town, and I'm like, this is a very large city to me. How much, what is small of such? I also graduated with 9 kids, so that was a step off of homeschool. So Mr. Paul James can also agree to that statement as well. Anyways, as we're starting to wrap up this episode, give your guys this preview of the 2024-25 season. What do you want to tell our viewers and listeners out there? What do they expect from the Spearfish Spartans coming this winter?
I would say that come watch our games. We're going to be a very exciting team. We're going to be very electric. We're going to be really, really good.
I agree with Haroon there. We're going to be a good team this year.
Sounds confident. As also, you guys taking the floor versus Belfouche here on Friday. Of course, KDSJ and KDSJ-TV will be there giving you radio play-by-play as well as live stream. As Cody Oliver, yours truly, and Paul James as well will be there. But anyways, after that little PR segment, what do you guys expect when you take the floor versus Belfouche?
I expect it to be competitive. You know, we got a lot of talent on the floor, so it's gonna be a pretty good game.
Me personally, quite a shocker, but I'm not playing. Sprained my ankle again, so that's a little rough. You know, not too happy about that one, but I'm excited to watch our team compete.
Is it the same one that you had issues with in football?
Yeah.
So is it an injury that's still nagging on? I mean, obviously, I guess, but did you re-injure it in basketball, or is it just something that really has kind of kept you out of?
No, I re-injured it during we had a little jamboree there against was it Pine Ridge?
Ooh, well,
landed wrong.
Yeah, get that thing iced up. Wear your ankle braces or tape or both or whatever you do, and yeah, get you back healthy.
That's right.
But anyways, wrapping up this episode, anything you want to say to friends or family that might be watching the episode or that might rewatch the episode that you'd want to say a few thoughts to?
Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Hopefully you're listening to this, watching this. Just want to say what's up.
Yeah, shout out Mom, shout out Dad.
Fair enough. Well, anyways, that will do it for this episode of our From the Bench podcast. Seniors Haroon Kahn, Dylon Doren, thank you guys for joining the episode. It's been an honor. I really do appreciate it. And get yourself healthy, first of all. Yeah. And good luck to both of you guys coming this winter. We look forward to follow you guys as KDSJ will be at most, if not all, of your guys' basketball contests. So we'll be right behind the bus coming this winter. So looking forward to see you guys play.
Okay.
Anyways, that will do it for this episode of our From the Bench podcast. Of course, we want to thank the Millstone Family Restaurant for giving us this venue as always. As you can rewatch all of these episodes on our YouTube channel at KDSJ-TV as well as on our Facebook page at Black Hills Gold Hits KDSJ. Do want to thank our cameraman, Mr. Paul James. You're running camera number 2, keeping my life in order as always. I do want to give a big shout-out to Riverfront Broadcasting for even allowing us to do this in the first place and get more of an insight into the Northern Black Hills' favorite and most iconic sports athletes. And, again, I've been your host, Clayson Davis, signing off and hoping to join you guys in the next episode.